Yo, 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 what up, y'all, man? It's Two Trail TV, and I'm back. And we got Sunday night sit down, man, with Rick Wright, man. Rick Wright. We gonna wait for him to join in. I started off every week the same way, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all got us to 90,000 views this month, man. Keep them coming, man. Keep them coming. I appreciate y'all, man. When y'all join in, man, hit the like button. We also want some engagement, man. Y'all can ask questions, man. Y'all see, if I see them, man, I try to ask them while we in here. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, my bad, bro. Good to see you. Two Trill back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to see you too, man.
Let's see if I can get you on here.
I'm going to tell you now, you probably not going to be able to see me.
Okay.
But the video going to be straight when it come out. I don't know why I do that.
Perfect. Say less. We in business, man. I appreciate you having me, showing me some love, bro. You know what it
I
is.
appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you, man. You looking out for the community, man. Taking care of them kids, man.
Definitely, man. It's a passion, man. I'm blessed to do it. I love to do it, man. And hopefully, you see what's going on in the community, not just ours, but all the communities, man. Pretty much everywhere with the youth. So anything we can do to give them an out, man, to give them another option, something to kill their time, man, to give them something to do positive, man. That's the move right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We go ahead, jump right in there, man. Go ahead and tell the people where you from.
Yeah, I'm Rick Wright, man. I'm actually from born in D.C., but grew up in Lexington, Virginia, small town in between Roanoke and Charlottesville. For those who don't know, um, southwestern Virginia, man, it is a lot similar to Fredericksburg, man. Once I got here, I realized the similarities. You know, small town, everybody seemed to know everybody. Um, but a beautiful place to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Not the greatest history and tradition for us as a people, but look, man, a great place with a lot of history and tradition, needless to say.
Absolutely, man. So Lexington, man, I'm not very familiar with that, but I'm familiar with the area like Roanoke and
Yeah.
places like that. So tell them about your childhood growing up out there.
So look, man, like I said, it's just like everywhere else. I grew up in sports, man. I had both my parents. I'm blessed to have had them around to kind of show me the way, man. My dad, just a man's man, hard worker. You know, up before the sun come up, back home when the sun's gone. But still was there for everything, man. So they raised me in sports, man. I played everything. I'm talking about baseball, basketball, football, you name it. I grew up in it, and then just kind of fell in love with basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my out. That was my out for them to keep me out of the way. You know, in a small town like Lexington, there's not a lot going on. You either playing sports or as Big said, right? You slanging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. Like that's just the way it is in small towns. And for me, I found sports. They kept me busy. But at the end of the day, everybody sees everything. Everybody is in the mix when you in those small towns. So I've seen a little bit of everything, and some friends made bad decisions, some made good ones, and we still out here striving every day. So it was good, man. It was good. It was good growing up in a small town. It kept me out of a lot more trouble. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Absolutely. Man, so tell them about your love. We started, so go ahead and tell them about your love for sports, man. Everybody, I'm from Fredericksburg. I went to JM, man, and sports was an integral part of growing up in the hood. Kids ain't really have much to do, and sports was really an outlet. We'll all go outside and play football, or all go outside and meet and play basketball.
Man, that's what it is. Like that's exactly where I grew up. We didn't have a lot. So everybody played everything, right? We all competed, and like you said, we would meet at the school. We kind of grew up in the black neighborhood, so to speak. Like Fredericksburg is a lot bigger, so you got multiple little hoods that in Fredericksburg, it's a little more spread out. In Lexington, man, we had one or two hoods, man, like, and we all were there. So we played football every day. We met at the park. We hooped every day. And again, that was our out, man. And then when I was a little older, as I got in the high school, AAU became a thing for us. I was able to travel. I would have to go to Roanoke. We didn't have a team in Lexington. It was a time then that you didn't just get to play AAU basketball. You had to be pretty talented. So we had to go to Roanoke, or we had to go to Stanton, Charlottesville area. And that's what we did. Like I said, my mom and dad made sure I had the opportunity. And honestly, any friends I had that wanted to play, they made sure they had the opportunity. They made sure we had a ride and could get to the tryouts. And then we were able to get to tournaments out of state. And so again, it just gave us an out, man. We were always there. We were at everything. And again, it became my passion at that age. I was able to go on and be a pretty good high school basketball player in my hometown. And, that was at the time, that's what I thought the path would be. Everybody, right? You think you're going to the NBA or going to play Division I basketball. So that was the dream. That was the goal at the time.
So tell them about your basketball career, man. What high school you went to out there in
So
Lexington?
actually, it was a new school at the time. It's Rockbridge County High School. Not a great history, as a lot of success in basketball, but man, for me, when I was a freshman, the school was brand new, and we had joined the Blue Ridge District, which was in Roanoke. I mean, you're talking North Side, Salem, William Byrd. We're playing the likes of William Fleming and Patrick Henry, and anybody who knows those teams and this is 95, 96, 97. Man, that was a tough ask for us coming from a small town and consolidating a bunch of single A schools into a 3A school. And honestly, I had a lot of success. I started as a freshman. I played 4 years, four-year varsity player. Had a lot of opportunities to play college basketball, but like a lot of kids, I chased what I thought was a D1 dream. I thought I was a D1 basketball player. And I had talked to Norfolk State, where I wanted to go to school, and thought I was good enough. And then when I got there, I realized that I hadn't done enough in the classroom. I hadn't passed. I hadn't qualified to play Division I basketball. So then I was at Norfolk State, kind of trying to figure it out, right? What was next for me? But I had a really good basketball career. I don't like to talk about it. Something that was 25, 30 years ago. Like, it ain't much to hang on, because I didn't go play college basketball. So I kind of felt like I had let myself down and let my family down, because that was my goal at the time. And I took it hard. I went to college. Like I said, I went on to Norfolk State and did what I did. But that was just as a student, just going to school. And it hung over my head for a little while, man, because the career didn't go the way I thought it would, like a lot of kids.
So all right, we're gonna go ahead and go to Fabo, man. Tell them what that stand for.
So FABO is the Fredericksburg Area Basketball Organization, man. My pride is that is that actually is the flagship for a lot. First and foremost, it's the home of the Running Rebels, which is our AAU program, and we call it more of a travel program. AAU is not as highly regarded anymore. People are more playing travel and showcase basketball, but it's something I've been doing now for close to 20 years. I started with a friend of mine, close friend of mine now, like family, Rashawn Reed. When I moved to Fredericksburg, when my son was born, trying to find myself, figure out what I wanted to do. I was doing some work at the Boys and Girls Club down by the bottom, just working, being a male involvement kind of guy. And I met him and got involved with AAU. Our kids were around 4 years old, and I was coaching some kids from JM. We had some Tony Scott, Julian Bumry. We had a lot of kids that we were coaching, and I just decided to start training my son and my guy's son. And after that, we kind of, over years of grinding and competing and doing a lot, I ended up merging with Nat Jackson, a local guy here who's like a family to me as well. We have like minds, and everybody's trying to do their own thing. We just kind of came together and saw a vision for something for the area, not just for a team or one organization, but something we can provide for the whole area. That's kind of how we came up with the idea. And then, like I said, that's a flagship now for my business entities, his business entities, which is, for me, which is skills training, which is I've kind of been able to make my passion my paycheck now. It's funny how it works out, you know what I mean? But being able to turn my passion into my paycheck, all I do is skills training. I train basketball players pretty much year round, 24/7, from I'm talking elementary school kids to pros. So like I'm blessed, man, and it just came full circle. But Fabo's the flagship, man. We're here. We've been here for almost 20 years. We're not going nowhere. We're gonna be here for the community until we can't do it anymore, and then some of the kids come back that have come through the program, and hopefully they take it and run with it forever.
Yeah, I want to shout out Nat Jackson too, man. I kind of grew up with Nat. I
Okay.
think Nat is a couple years older than me, but he went to Massaponax and I went
Yeah,
to James Monroe.
absolutely. Well, Nat, that's my guy. Look, Nat with the VMI, which is in Lexington. So, when we first met and I found out he went to VMI, I knew what it was about, man. I watched that grind my whole life. So I knew what kind of man he was when I first met him. And then obviously out here, I've heard nothing but great things about the athlete he was. I feel like I watched him play myself. All the good things I've heard about him, but he's a better person than an athlete. Man, I couldn't be happier to have him as a business partner and family, to be honest, a brother to me, like I said. And look, he went to Ponix, but you see what's over my shoulder, man. Like I coach at Riverbend High School with Nat Jackson right now. And look, we play JM now every year since I've been there, but it's over my shoulder. I got some pride there. I moved to Mayfield when I first moved to Fredericksburg and met some real solid people. My son went to JM. And that I got some JM pride in me too. Don't get it twisted. We got nothing but love for that side until we play them.
Absolutely, man. So skills training, man. As you said, you got into it partially by training your kids and your godson. What made you want to open it up to other kids and as far as taking it as far as going to the travel basketball?
I'll be honest, man. Like I told you, coming out of when I didn't graduate college and my daughter was born, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So once I got into the coaching a little bit with my guy, I started looking into it. And then a mentor of mine, Gannon Baker, who's from the 757, was one of the world-renowned skills trainers. I mean, at the time he's training Kobe Bryant. He's training LeBron James. Man, he's training some of the best of the best, and he's a VA guy. So I reached out and I got certified through him. I went down, and to be honest with you, he changed my life. I've always been a hustler. I've always grinded out, and he put it in perspective for me on how I could grind this out if it was my passion, if I really loved teaching. And I brought that back. My first clients, honestly, like I said, my son and my nephew. My nephew ended up being my first test dummy, right? He's just listening to everything I say, doing everything I ask him to do. And I took him on a journey, and he ended up being a Division I basketball player, playing professionally overseas. And it worked out. And once I kind of felt it, I knew that I had something. I knew that I wanted to give my all to it. And it just, it went literally from training at the Boys and Girls Club with 2 or 3 of my kids to a kid walking in. Shout out to Devin Kennedy from Spotsy. He walked in my gym one day and he said, "Man, I heard somebody's down here training." And I'm like, yeah, me, like, what's up? Like, and he was my
Yeah.
first client. And then in this business, I believe it's a results business. I just kind of let the work speak for itself. Kid had a great season. The next kid comes in the gym. He ends up being a player of the year. And then, the training led to coaching. I got a young group of kids that was my son's age at the time. And I just said, man, I'm going to work on my craft by training them, right? I didn't need to get any money from it. I just felt like if I could get better, that, eventually things would work out and I could make it my lifestyle. And sure enough, that group of kids, out of about 12 of those kids, man, 8 of them went on to play college sports. 6 or 7 of them playing college basketball, and we took off. And the truth is, bro, like, man, they were talented kids, but I believe that what we do, my guy Gannon Baker and the curriculum and everything that we got, we're good at that shit, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, we're passionate about it. We work, bro. We don't take the elevator. We take the steps. You know what I'm saying?
The hard route, baby. Absolutely.
That's it. That's it.
So, man, your son, man, Ricky Wright, Ricky Good Wright,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
James Monroe. I want to say, is he still the leading scorer of James
Oh,
Monroe?
he's the all-time leading scorer still currently. Mikael Miner came in and had a freshman year. That's family, man. Tron, shout out to Tron, shout out to Kels. Kels
That's
came
my
in and put
little
up.
cousin.
He broke. Oh, shout out to man, good people, man, solid. I'm cheering for this kid. Been around him since he was a little boy. Been a fan since he was a little boy, and he ended up breaking the Virginia State record as a freshman at James Monroe. And all I know is if the kid comes back to James Monroe, that my son might not be the all-time leading scorer there long, and there's no hard feelings to that, man. We think that kid's special. We wish nothing but the best for him. But look, we're gonna proudly hold that crown for right now. Right now, he's the all-time leading scorer. He had 300 plus assists, 200 plus steals, 400 plus rebounds. Man, he was pretty good at that school, man. He did some really special things, and I was proud of him.
Yeah. So he went on to college. He's playing college basketball now still, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, he went on. He played. He went to Belmont Abbey first, D2 school out in North Carolina. Things didn't work out there as we thought, so he transferred to a JUCO for a year, and now he's back at a D2 in Pennsylvania, Clarion University. Redshirted this year, so he has 2 years of eligibility. He's in a good place. First time he's been in a place where he feels loved and really, really appreciated. So he's happy. We're happy. Look, man, we get a lot out of it. He's gonna get the experiences of hooping, but he's gonna get that degree, which is something I didn't get, and that's the most important thing to me, that these kids get a degree, and we're kind of able to use basketball how it uses us, and flip that around on the back end.
Man, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all program, man, for the area. Y'all sent a lot of kids out to college, man. Like I can honestly say that work that y'all put in, man, definitely works.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I really do, and that's what it's all about. I'm just like anybody else, bro. When it comes to competition, I turn into a rapper, and everything's competitive. But at the end of the day, like my resume, my trophies, my flowers are the amount of kids who are gonna get a degree, and the fact that we can help them out. I mean, again, shout out to Tron, but Isaiah Coleman, man, came through the program, man. Kid just transferred to Oklahoma State, is going to have signed NIL deals, and I mean Robbie Matos, Kai Sark. I don't even want to name kids because I so many that have come through the program and gone on to big things, and that have helped me achieve what I've achieved just by being a blessing in my life to allow me to coach them and learn and allow me to fail. But man, I appreciate you because man, we have put in the work. Taking the stairs always works, bro. Your legs gonna get stronger.
Absolutely, man. So y'all brung the area all-star games, man. Y'all are responsible for putting them together, man. How did y'all come up with that idea?
Hey, look, man, I got to shout out Nat Jackson, man. He's had this vision for a long time. We had talked about it years before we had done it. Something that he wished he had, right, when he was in this area that he could have played in. And to be quite honest, it was his vision. And what we did was we figured how my help with him was obviously, grinding, man. I'm brick by brick with him. But it was kind of like, well, let's merge the AAU into the All-Star game. So he had the vision for the All-Star game and the business plan and how to reach out and how to make it valuable to these kids. And I was like, well, look, let's bring the AAU kids in and host a free AAU tournament with it and get some local kids so we can kind of show the young talent before the big time senior talents come in. And Nat and his wife, Lala, man, they've just done an amazing job with that thing. That thing damn near sells out every year. We even backed up off of the AAU stuff a little bit this year because things are so crazy. It's so much to get done, man. It's overwhelming, the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that they take care of. And it's been a beautiful thing, man. Over 10 years of games, 12 years of All-Stars. I mean, I think it's something that every senior in the area that's a hooper should be looking forward to play that last game right here locally in front of their family and friends.
Man, that's for real. That's a blessing, man, because a lot of people don't get the opportunity to see a lot of these athletes in the area, man, and y'all bring it together and make it a very fun event, man, for everybody.
Man, I appreciate it, man. When those memories pop up, it's special to see all the kids that's come in and put their high school jersey on one last time, and we were able to provide it. And we make sure we get those pictures so we can always have that to look back on. But nah, man, it's awesome.
Absolutely, man. So community work, man. Y'all do a lot of work in the community, man. Go ahead and give the people a couple of ideas, a couple of things that y'all do for the community, man, for these
Oh man,
kids.
like, I often, man, and shout out to my guy Jeff Legree, partner with Fabo, one of our guys. He just moved to Maryland, but man, he helps us. He does so much stuff in the community, like as far as reaching out, making sure our kids can be there. Man, I'm talking feeding the homeless. I'm talking about, I mean, holidays, just getting, I mean, just food, just so much food, so many canned goods, taking it to the homeless, providing shoes, providing opportunities. And then obviously, so many kids, something that doesn't get talked about from our end is that, you know, travel basketball is expensive. And some of these opportunities that these kids need, they can't afford, to be honest. And we make sure that we provide a way, whether the kids can financially make it. Now, there are kids who can, and we need them to pay so they can make our program go. But we also make sure that funds are not a reason somebody's not hooping or somebody's not getting these experiences and getting out there. But when I tell you, man, I'm talking about like study classes, SAT preps, getting kids laptops, getting kids anything they need, man, it can be done. It's as simple as knowing what the need is, and sometimes we go before the need is necessary and just try to provide as much as possible, man. But again, I got to give big shouts out to Nat Jackson and Jeff Legree because those guys are amazing. Like I'm a grinder. I'm in the gym. It's my passion, and that's where I'm best, and I know that. But I made sure that I got people around me who know how to take care of the business everywhere else and make sure we're giving these kids an opportunity in the classroom. You know, kids not having ties, man. My guy Chris Harrison at Gonzaga, man, goes and gets, you know, 20, 30 ties and make sure he can provide ties for kids when they need them if they need to get dressed and go. So lots of stuff, man. I could go on and on. And again, I hate even saying a few things because I'm always leaving something and somebody out, but no disrespect to them. But we try to do as much as possible, man. And if there's anything we can do, we're here. We're a Facebook message away. We're a phone call away. If anybody ever needs anything, reach out. It's not, you don't have to play with us. You don't have to be with us. If there's anything we can do, that's what we're here for.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing, that's truly a blessing, man. Because as you know, man, like you said, you lived in Mayfield. Your son went to James Monroe. That area, that Fredericksburg area, man, is a lot of poverty, man. A lot of kids that just can't. They don't have the money. Like I said, I went to James Monroe, man. Coach Survey. Coach Survey was physically responsible himself of coming out of his pockets. I've seen him numerous of times come out of his pockets for cleats or whatever a kid may need, man. Kids might need a ride to football practice, a ride home. Coach Survey was pulling up in Bragg Hill. He had a station wagon with 5, 6 kids from the hood dropping us off and made sure we ate before we went home, took us to CC's Pizza. I just can't tell you how much of an impact that has on a kid that has less life.
No, that's a fact. I know Survey. Again, like I said, my daughter went to JAM as well, so I've been around that program, and then like some of the first people I ever met when I moved to Mayfield, BA, I've seen him on your show, I've seen him here. That's family, you know what I'm saying? And he's told me the stories and how they felt about Survey, man. Plenty of guys told me how they felt about that, man, and it lets me know the impact. And if I could just have a small percentage of impact on some kids' lives like that, then that's the biggest win. That's the biggest win ever. You know what I mean? And honestly, I'd be lying. I've had kids come back that are now doing real estate or whatever it is professionally they're doing, and they tell me that they're using the tools that we instilled through basketball, right, to apply those things to the way they're grinding and going at things in life. And that's the biggest win, man. That's it. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely, man. So go ahead and tell the people what's next for you, man. What you got coming up?
Listen, man, we're not gonna stop grinding. Honestly, I'm too busy always planning what's next to actually tell you what's next. All I can tell you is we're gonna be here. We're gonna keep growing. We're gonna get bigger. Shout out to Antron Miner and OTG. Like the future is bright, man. And all I can tell you is that we'll be here. We'll be applying pressure when it comes to this basketball. When it comes to putting, you know, better men, better husbands and better fathers, man, we're gonna be applying pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like it just is that, man. Sometimes it's tough love, but it's always love. You know what I'm saying? So we coming, bro. No stopping what we doing. The movement goes forward. Basketball camps this summer, Born to Win basketball, man. I got 5 different sessions, 3 co-ed sessions, and 1 in June, 2 in July. I've got an all girls and a beginners camp in August. Hey man, follow me on Facebook, Rick Wright. You know what I'm saying? IG, Born to Win B-ball. Follow Fabo. Follow us everywhere, man, and come get with us and just work. Don't get out work. Get work with us.
Absolutely, man. Now go ahead, drop. If you forgot anybody, man, you want to give a shout out to, go ahead and give it to them
I
now.
want to shout out you, man, for what you doing, man, grinding and trying to make a way, bro. I want to shout out all of Fredericksburg, man. I'm not going to go into names individually. I could go on. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Rick, James, you know what it is, bro. All my people that's been there from day one, like, bro, y'all know what it is, man. It's love. I'm not going to shout out no names because I'm going to forget too many people. If you've been in my life, if you impacted our lives on what we doing or any of that, you know it's love. You know what it is. You know who I am. You know I mean it. So it's love, bro.
Absolutely, man. We got Junie in here, man. He was watching.
Family.
Shout out to Junie, man. He out here working with them kids too, man. I want to tell you myself, man, I appreciate everything y'all doing for the community in the area. Man, y'all just keep going and keep doing what y'all doing, man. It's a blessing.
Appreciate it, man. Love. You keep doing what you're doing too, dog. That's for
I
sure.
appreciate it. Man, thank you. I appreciate your time, man.
Bless. Appreciate you. Love, man. Keep going.
All right, thank you, bro. Y'all be safe, man. 2 Trail TV, man. We signing off, man. Thank y'all.